So how do we get the apples to go from this to this? In today's video, we're gonna show you how we do that. Anything to say? Okay, so I am mowing in the peach grapes. For the record, I've never been married. The only reason I wave at airplanes, I know, I'm sure a lot of you know that, but you guys like having fun in the comments to each other. So the only reason I wave at airplanes is because when we were little and we'd be like out playing on the grass with mom, she'd be like, oh, look at the airplane, wave at the airplane. And so we would wave at the airplane, and that's something that I still do. I mean, and it's like, if they are looking down, I doubt they are, but yeah. There's no secret meaning as to why I wave at airplanes, except for we literally used to do it all the time when we were little, so that's why. And anywho, I'm sure you guys know that. It's just like to clarify, if there's any confusion that you think I have an ex-husband, I don't. I've never even had a husband. And that is what I am doing. We will see you later. All right, so tomorrow we start picking our Buckeye Gala apple variety. So the workers are coming in the morning. Dad just finished burning the apples for the weeds because the apples are organic, and we need to start spreading the bins. But first we need to water down all of the driveways. Dad's calling. It's fine. Our nails are wet. Can't answer. Hi.
Where's your, I need the charger and stuff in the Sequoia. Where you guys at?
Filling up the water trailer.
Yeah, where? Yeah, you're still filling it up?
Yeah. What do you need?
Okay, be there for the charger for my phone.
Yeah. Let's go with the green. A lot of you asked how the apples got into the bins. They flew. We have our apples trained to cook themselves. They just hop right into the bins. So we have a seasonal work crew that comes in and harvests the apples. We will try to show some scenes, but we don't really like to intermix the seasonal work crew that comes through with like the channel, and they're there to work, and so we don't want to like have to make this big old production out of like, you know, having them to stop and like get the scene and emptying the bins. So they're not like, they're just seasonal workers. They're here to work, not yes, and be filmed. And they're not like our like full-time workers or anything, because we don't need full-time workers because we do a lot of the work. So they're just seasonal, and so we would just, yeah. And so yeah, but they're coming in the morning to pick the Buckeyes, and
They're spreading bins now, or soon.
the trailer's filled. Don't even think about falling. So you guys are asking why we're watering, what we're doing with the water, and we are watering the driveways. Because when we're going to be in here with the equipment, we don't want a bunch of dust going through here with the equipment and it being all dusty. So one of you commented and said to put soap in the water trailer, and we looked it up and we were like, that's a great idea because it's supposed to help the driveways stay less dusty. And we were going to do that, but we forgot the soap. So, and this driveway that I'm doing right now, it's not super dusty. We have dustier driveways, and so we're gonna try it out on those. Right now, bro and little sis are spreading the bins. We only have 2 bin trailers, and so they have both of them hooked up to, they have 1 cycle, and each of the bin trailers hooked up to, I guess I should have been this way. I was looking at that mirror, but I could have looked at this mirror because you guys can't even see me. Anyway, they are spreading the bins right now. They have 2 bin trailers hooked up to 1 cycle because Brunette, sis, and I need the other cycle to post-pound and do different stuff. So, I don't know if they need help yet. We're going to ask if they need us to help them because we need enough bin spread for the workers in the morning. Trailer's empty. I have you guys on the window, so do not fall. I'm not even gonna be able to catch you. Come here. All right. Before I went home, I figured I should show you guys all the bins that we spread. So after you guys saw bro and little sis doing it, then Dad and I spread some bins. We didn't spread all the bins, but we have more than enough for tomorrow. So this is what it's looking like. And it goes all the way down the row. We spread the bins every other row because when the workers come in here, they will, they're going to pick this row and then they're going to reach their hands over to pick this side of the row. So we just have the bins spread every other row. So right there, and then nothing there, there, and so forth. We will see you all in the morning. Good morning, everybody. So we were taking in a load of apples today, and something happened yesterday that I seriously don't think you guys are going to believe. It is so bad. Like, was that thunder? Okay, it's like stormy this morning. It's like 7:30. And it's like stormy, and it's overcast, but it's a good overcast. It's not a depressing overcast. It's like a fun, rainy overcast, and it literally just thundered. If you heard that, I don't think you did. It's all stormy.
I call him Rodney now.
I think he passed the other day, and I didn't even realize it was him because he cleaned his truck. I was like so confused. So stay tuned because we're going to show you guys how to pick apples and all of that. I'm just going to show you just really quick what's going on. So don't go away. Paper, you're dirty. Show her, you carpet. You're not jumping on me. All right. When I told you guys I would see you guys tomorrow, that never happened because this happened. And so now we're back to this video. And so the workers are picking, and a lot of you had questions on how the apples get from the apple tree to the full apple bin. And so we're going to show you guys how that happens with the drone. Let me see. So we're just kind of gonna like walk you guys through what's happening. So come closer. Right here you can see all of the workers up in the apple trees. We use ladders. To get the top apples, they have big tall, what are they, 8 foot, 10 foot?
12.
12 foot ladders.
10 to 12.
10 to 12 foot ladders. And that's how they get the apples at the very tops of the trees. Okay, just like wait, can you zoom in more? They're right there, they're filling that apple bin right there. It's halfway filled. So this is how this happens. And we will show you guys in closer up of what, later on in this video, we'll show you closer up of what is actually going on. Because we will show you guys, but this is what is actually happening. Oh, there we go. You see that? What is he wearing? Gray? Now they're starting again. So he just emptied. Let's see how long it takes him. Let's see how long it takes him to fill a bag. Do you want an apple? You stay there hovering. I'm gonna go get an apple. Then we're gonna take them out there so they can see the trees as they're watching that. Don't move. Remember, it started at 10 minutes. And don't say anything either because your mic is on. Let's go. Apples are looking like this. And which apple do we want? If I pick that one, I only have one hand because I'm holding you guys. They're all going to fall. Because they're all like in a bundle like that. So let's grab this one. I don't know if Bro said he wanted one, did he? Alrighty. Apples that look like this.
That's us.
So that is how all these apples get from the tree into the bin. We will show you guys a more closer look at it tomorrow.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? We're gonna show them how we pick an apple. How many of y'all are eating an apple right now? Let us know. Then I know I'm not eating in front of you. We're eating at the same time.
Show the drone hovering in the window.
Look.
Hold on, let me get closer. And a car just comes and goes.
That would be a complete movie scene, man. We will see you guys tomorrow. We are taking another load tomorrow. And it needs to get in early, so it's going to be an early start tomorrow in getting the apples onto the semi-trailer. And then after that, we'll show you guys how to pick an apple.
Good morning, everybody. So today, Dad is taking in another load. We're still picking them. Oh, and an update on the row, it's still standing. So that is good. She literally does this like an Egyptian, an Egyptian dog queen all day. She sits like this. You'll need to eat your apples. We don't grow these for nothing. These are our organic bacagalas.
Freaking dog! Go, Leonard! She keeps licking me.
Carpet.
Quiet.
So I'm gonna show you guys the juice grapes. Veraison is happening. You can smell it in the air. You smell the grapes when you're driving down the road. And not just on ours, everyone's. And then the Niagaras, you can't tell on the Niagaras because they're green anyway, but the Niagaras are getting soft and you can eat them, so yeah. So see, this is called veraison. This is when the grapes are ripening. Look at that! Oh my gosh! We are going to be in harvest before you know it. Grape harvest.
All right. So some of you guys are asking how the apples get picked and how they get from the tree into the apple bins. So every single apple gets hand picked. And any top apples get picked by ladders, and then everything else to get the top ones.
You're wearing like an apron. It's supposed to be a crisscross on your back.
No wonder it's so low.
Oh, are those the helicopters? Military?
So basically, to pick an apple, all we do is grab the apple and you twist it as you bring it up. Do it again. So basically, the apple we just twist and it comes right off. Pulling down is going to bring the branches and leaves along with it. Basically, we have workers that come through and they pick every single apple like that. And they put it into apple picking bags like this, and then this bag is then emptied into the wooden bins that you guys see. So these are our Buckeye galas. The last apple video was our wildfire galas. So both galas, just a different variety of galas. These Buckeye galas we started harvesting last week, and we are color picking
See
these
who it
Buckeye
is?
Galas. So some of them were ready to get picked, and others of them weren't ripe enough yet and didn't have enough color. And so like the half of the field, they color picked, and then by the time they got to the other half, they started picking all of them. So tomorrow the workers are gonna come back and get all the apples that weren't ready enough.
Because we had an early spring, we were about 2 weeks ahead of bloom and stuff like that. That's why these were a couple days earlier than usual.
In between the wildfires and the Buckeyes, we treated the semi-deck trailer. Okay, so Dad and Bro are treating the semi-deck. Let's go check in on them.
Because normally we use motor oil or hydraulic oil and diesel. Okay, listen.
Flip it, make a level. Oh really? I thought we might not have enough. We might have enough now. How much do you have? We're almost halfway done.
Yep.
Okay, so this is what we are putting on the semi-deck. For those of you wondering, this is what it is. Now you know.
Linseed oil and paint thinner is a new thing we've tried. The first time we did it.
In the video of Bro replacing the semi-trailer deck, some of y'all are asking why we didn't stagger the boards. So Dad's original plan was to stagger the boards, but we needed to get the apples picked, and they were not going to be hauled on the trailer in the condition that it was. And so it was just kind of like a last minute thing of needing to get the board decks replaced. So Dad was talking to some guys, and they were like, with you only hauling apple bins on that trailer, you do not need to stagger the boards.
Because that trailer stays designated for apples. We don't use it for anything else, literally.
What if one of them even said that you didn't need to put boards on, you could just put it on? I was like, that's a good idea.
You technically could, but we didn't stagger them because we didn't need to, time, and we would have had to make more cuts. And
the guys were like, there's no need for you to do that with just you hauling apple bins. They were saying that some people only use plywood. So we did what we needed to do in the short amount of time that we had. And Bro and Dad were working on it after work, like after dinner hours. It wasn't like a whole like doing this all day thing. It was like, because we had still other stuff to do on the farm. Slowly.
I'm about full, man.
Well, come show them.
It's getting real heavy.
So we did not pick the apples. We have a seasonal work crew that comes through and picks the apples because we have other things to do on the farm.
We load them and stack them.
Yeah, but like literally us picking the apples,
That would take too long.
Come
Money pit.
and do that.
If we pick them.
But when the workers do come,
They're way faster than us. The workers, the employees we hire are way faster. They're good at their job.
They empty it into the bin. Gently.
Hold on, I'm gonna go get my hat.
There's 4 of them! Look! Well, it doesn't look as much big as close as in the camera.
Get your phone out and do it. What the heck is going on?
Hi, guys! There you go, I got it.
You got it good? And look, that one over there. Oh, that looks good with the moon. Ah, that's a good shot.
some questions that you guys had in our last apple video was how much foreign labor do you rely on to pick our fruit? So all of our workers are US citizens, and what was I saying now?
Oh yeah.
We've never had to use the H2A program or anything like that. So yeah, they are all US citizens. We only get work crews through here to pick the apples, prune the grapes, things like that. Pretty much all the other work we do ourselves. And yeah, just because we're too busy to literally be picking the apples ourselves, we have to bring crews in to do that. Approximately how many apples are there in a bin?
So roughly there's about 2,000 apples per bin, the wooden crates. Depending on the apple size, of course, like a Honeycrisp or Cosmic, they are a way bigger apple.
Look at me walk in the trench.
It is a way bigger apple, a Honeycrisp, a Cosmic, or even a Granny. The Wildfire Galas are one of the smallest apples we grow. So of course that'll be maybe around 2,200, but usually between all the apples, it's roughly around 2,000 is a good place to
Yeah, and you
settle.
This person had guessed 2,222. So that's a very good guess. It's roughly 2,000 apples depending upon the size. So, and then well, if they think you're driving the semi, it's not going to make sense if we do another semi lesson.
This little kid didn't drive a semi.
She was just sitting in it, and a couple of comments that Blue was driving the semi.
Not yet.
Not yet. You have the camera twisted.
They have the camera twisted.
Yeah, twist your
Straighten out.
Straighten up. All of our apples are sold in the US. Somebody had asked if they're California, so yes. So all of our apples, they have gone to juice before if they got like hailed on or something, but these are going for like eating apples. Oh, are any of your crops genetically modified to last longer and all that? So no, none of our crops are genetically modified.
So a bin weighs roughly about 820 to 900 pounds. Again, depending on the size of the apples. Of course, smaller, more dense apples would be heavier. Bigger, less in the bin would be lighter because there's more room, space, etc. So around 820 to 900 pounds is a good ballpark for that.
I'm walking in the trench.
Okay,
so
don't even!
come over then.
Perfect, I like this.
Last
Hold up.
question.
Green Acres.
Is it better zoomed in? All right, so one of the other questions was if we have porta potties for our workers that come in. So human waste is a very good fertilizer for the crops, and there have been countries that are practicing that. So when the workers come in, we equip them all with a small shovel, and we ask them that they dig a small hole before they eliminate. And and obviously we are joking, and yes, we do have porta potties. We have porta potties. We'll put like one at the
Top, bottom,
yes.
less walking.
We had to.
Also with
Kids,
hand
you
washing
guys are
stations.
You guys asking that if we have porta potties, we just had to. We had to.
So
See the difference
reason-
between.
Is it mine?
See the difference between this apple?
And this apple. This is what it will look like in the store pretty much. This is what it looks like off of our trees. And this is sunburn protection. It just wipes off.
Yeah,
Shines up super nice. I mean, you can
just-
see your reflection in that one.
I just wiped it, so that's why.
So this is why our apples look always pasty on the trees. The trees and the apples look pasty.
And it's organic. We will see you all in the next one. Ooh, this would be perfect to draw little flowers on with our two colors.
do the bottom drawer down, put the nail polish in, open the top drawer, and get the mascara out. Well, then what am I gonna do with my hand?
Let me see.
So some questions that you all had.
Okay, something ain't working out.
Stop moving.
Maybe pan it up a little bit. You can see it too.
I don't even know
Let me see.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, it looks like I'm some 40-foot long
Put it over
human
there.
being. Let me see.
I'm gonna work crews through here to.
Got a wandering duck.
Do you even like the hat? Okay, I want to try it on. So that's your hat anyway. Blue Ivy's.
Human waste as a fertilizer. And so the only thing.
Good to know.
Wait, don't like bug out your eyes. We're gonna say we're gonna say we equip our workers with a small shovel. We're gonna say we equip our workers with a small shovel, and we ask that they dig a hole. We only ask that they dig a hole before they eliminate, okay? So that's what I'm gonna say, so get your giggles out now. And then we're gonna say, oh yes, of course, obviously we have porta potties. If you guys have asked, stop smiling. You're gonna have to come back here if you're gonna smile behind the camera. A good fertilizer for crops. And so. Okay, I was fine until you grinned. All right, so one of the questions was if, look at her and tell me she's not smiling.
What does that have to do with your poker face?
This she doesn't have. So human waste is obviously a very good fertilizer for the crops.
Okay, if you would flip it around and you would walk with us, then I wouldn't have to look at your smile. Try it.
All right. Okay, we're gonna answer the bins because we can't all of us stand up.
Boom, right in the middle.
Okay, so you answer it. Say how much a bin weighs. When the workers come in, we equip them.
We were all doing fine.
Yes, I know, but then we equip them. We equip them with a small shovel. I'm just picturing that. Well, somebody else say that part.
At
then.
least we got further.
Wait, I got it this time. I got it.
You didn't say anything about the fertilizer or anything.
See? Okay, I got it. Let's go.
Let's try.
All right, so some of you guys have asked.